Donald Trump was caught admitting to the press as he was entering his criminal trial today that he is using surrogates to violate the gag order in the criminal trial. Donald Trump brought with him to court today the MAGA Republican Speaker of the House, MAGA Mike Johnson, who you can see is there with Donald Trump, as well as MAGA Republican Congress member Byron Donalds. They showed up for a brief moment, then went outside, held press conferences where they attacked witnesses, attacked the judge's family, attacked the district attorney's staff and family members. Here's Donald Trump as he's arriving in court, and he's asked a very specific question by the reporter. Are you directing your surrogates to say these things, essentially in violation of the gag order? And Donald Trump admits to it, and he says, yeah, play this clip.
Mr. Trump, are you directing surrogates to speak on your behalf?
Mr. Trump, will you testify?
I do have a lot of surrogates, and they are speaking very beautifully, and they come all from all over Washington, and they're highly respected, and they think this is the greatest scam they've ever seen. And some are Democrats. They're very embarrassed by what's going on. I just want to...
So then you have MAGA Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House, and Byron Donalds, a MAGA Republican Congress member. Also, Vivek Ramaswamy was there today as well. Earlier in the week, you had MAGA Republican Senators J.D. Vance, MAGA Republican Senator Tommy Tuberville. Last week, you had MAGA Republican Senator Rick Scott. They show up for a very short period of time, don't even really watch what's going on, then hold press conferences where they attack the witnesses, attack the judge, attack the district attorney, and violate the gag order. For example, here's MAGA Mike Johnson as he walked out of courtroom, and he was there for just minutes, basically. And here he is attacking the judge's daughter in violation of the gag order. Play this clip.
And meanwhile, among the atrocities here, the judge's own daughter is making millions of dollars doing online fundraising for Democrats.
And I just want you to think about what you're watching here and how disgraceful this is to our Constitution and our country. Congress is supposed to be a co-equal branch of government. The fact that you have the Speaker of the House giving up all independence to do the bidding of a twice impeached, 4 times indicted, disgraced former president to show up at a criminal trial, engage in gag order violations, to be directed by Trump to make these statements about a judge's daughter. It is so disgraceful to our country. It is so humiliating to our country. And you know how when Donald Trump goes, oh, they're laughing at us, everyone's laughing at us. You know, it's always projection. When you pull stunts like this, the world is laughing at us because this is some of the biggest garbage and so beneath us as a nation. Here is MAGA Mike Johnson attacking a witness, Michael Cohen. Play this clip.
What we've got here is a partisan Democrat district attorney. We have a Biden donor judge, and we have an assistant DA who was recently a top official at the Department of Justice, Biden's DOJ, and recently received over $10,000 in payments from the Democratic National Committee. The star witness here is Michael Cohen. I just listened to a few moments of his testimony this morning, and it is consistent with what he's already done. This is a man who is clearly on a mission for personal revenge, and who is widely known as a witness who has trouble with the truth. He is someone who has a history of perjury and is well known for it. No one should believe a word he says today.
So as MAGA Mike Johnson is attacking Michael Cohen is on the stand. Donald Trump brought in surrogates and directed them to attack a witness on the stand and the judge's daughter. And if you're saying, oh, that's a stretch, is that a violation of the gag order? It's clearly a violation of the gag order. The gag order precludes Donald Trump himself from making statements about family members of the judge and the district attorney's staff and witnesses, which would apply to any other criminal defendant. The fact this has to even be written down is astonishing, but it also precludes Donald Trump from directing others to do this. So when Trump admits that he is directing surrogates to go out and make these statements, these are violations of the gag order. Here is another surrogate, Byron Donalds right here, attacking the judge's daughter. MAGA Republican Congress member attacking the judge's daughter. Play this clip.
And there's nothing wrong. There's nothing that has been wrong here. Nothing that has been done poorly by President Trump. The only thing that's being done wrong is by this judge. His daughter's making money, raising money for Democrats.
And here is Trump's surrogate attacking Michael Cohen. And also, he clearly has like a first grade understanding of what this case is about. It's a legal expense. What else are you going to call it? It's a legal expense. When you make a hush money payment to Stormy in connection to hide it from the 2016, it's a legal expense. What's the issue here? Here, play this clip.
Ladies and gentlemen of America, this trial is a joke. This thing is a farce. We were in there all morning. Michael Cohen basically sat there and said, yeah, he invoiced legal expenses. The Trump campaign, the Trump organization, not the campaign, paid out money in legal expenses. Where's the crime? There is no crime.
And as Molly Jungfast says, apparently the Speaker of the House now serves at the pleasure of criminal defendants. That's how embarrassing this is. Here, by the way, MAGA Mike Johnson says that what he's also going to do is direct Jim Jordan and James Comer to stop special counsel Jack Smith to help Donald Trump. Play this clip.
President Trump is a friend, and I wanted to be here to support him. I'm here speaking with you outside because the court won't allow us to speak inside the building. That's just one of the many things that are wrong here. This is the fifth week that President Trump has been in court for this sham of a trial. They are doing this intentionally to keep him here and keep him off of the campaign trail. And I think everybody in the country can see that for what it is. I'm an attorney. I'm a former litigator myself. I am disgusted by what is happening here. What is being done here to our entire system of justice overall. The people are losing faith right now in this country, in our institutions. They're losing faith in our system of justice.
Here are more lies, pathetic lies from MAGA Mike Johnson. Play this clip.
They're accusing President Trump of is falsification of business records. But I think everybody knows he is not the bookkeeper for his company. President Trump is innocent of these charges. And again, anyone with common sense can understand what is happening here. In the midst of all this nonsense and corruption, they have placed a ridiculous...
And another steady stream of lies here by MAGA Mike Johnson. Play this clip.
I'm working with Chairman Jordan of the House Judiciary Committee, Chairman Comer of our Oversight Committee, on measures to rein in the abuses of Special Counsel Jack Smith.
By the way, you want to talk about the gag order. Donald Trump tried to appeal the gag order that was issued by Justice Merchan to the Appellate Division. The Appellate Division just issued an order. Let me read it for you. This happened moments ago. Petitioner Donald Trump brings this petition because he disagrees with where the court drew the line in balancing the competing considerations of his First Amendment rights to free expression and the effective functioning of the judicial, prosecutorial, and defense process. Weighing these concerns, the court ultimately concluded that given the record, the court had a duty to act proactively to prevent the creation of an atmosphere of fear or intimidation aimed at preventing trial participants and staff from performing their functions with the trial process. This court adopts the reasoning in the court's federal restraining order decision as well. So one of the things that they're adopting too is basically saying the court here also looked at what the DC Circuit Court of Appeals, and there's an entire body of case law that has developed right now based on Donald Trump's threats of the judge and witnesses and family members, that even the federal judiciary has case law on Donald Trump and precedent. And now the Appellate Division of New York is following federal precedent against Donald Trump's mafia tactics. The Appellate Division goes on to say, the federal restraining order decision properly found that the order was necessary under the circumstances, holding that Trump's documented pattern of speech and its demonstrated real-time, real-world consequences pose a significant and imminent threat to the functioning of the criminal trial process. First, the circuit court concluded that the petitioner's directed statements at a potential witness concerning their participation in the criminal proceeding posed a significant and imminent threat to their willingness to participate fully and candidly, and that courts have a duty to shield witnesses from influences that could affect their testimony blasphemy and undermine the integrity of the trial process. Justice Merchan properly determined that petitioner's public statements posed a significant threat to the integrity of the testimony of witnesses and potential witnesses in this case as well. The constitutional objections that Trump lodges against the restraining orders, restrictions on his statements relating to Mr. Colangelo and Ms. Merchan are unavailing. Donald Trump's attacks on Justice Merchan's daughter. Notably, petitioner does not argue that the restraining order has impinged upon his Sixth Amendment rights or that he is unable to receive a fair trial because of the restraining order. Instead, he argues that the restrictions of his statements relating to any real or perceived impropriety posed by Mr. Colangelo's and Ms. Merchan's actions and employment history restrict his ability to engage in protected political speech and may have some adverse impact on his campaign. We find that Justice Merchan properly weighed petitioner's First Amendment rights against the court's historical commitment to ensuring the fair administration of justice in criminal cases and the right of persons tangentially related to the criminal proceeding from being free from threats, intimidation, harassment, and harm. So that was just issued moments ago by the appellate division. And so Trump's response to all of this is, let me order members of Congress, MAGA Republicans, to do my bidding, and I'm going to direct them to violate the gag order. And let's see if the court will go after the Speaker of the House or go after United States senators. But the fact that United States senators, MAGA Republicans, members of the House of Representatives, MAGA Republicans, have given away everything to Donald Trump. And then you have MAGA Mike Johnson, somebody who was asked when he became Speaker of the House what his views are and what his philosophy is. He said, well, the way you know my views is you should look at what the Bible says. The fact that he's someone who says he goes on an app to monitor internet history with his son and that they will look at each other's browser history, that he is standing there sacrificing any shred of independence the House of Representatives should have, doing the bidding of Donald Trump in a hush money payment case with the facts, and y'all know what the facts are here, and that's what he's doing. These people are all frauds, and they are humiliating. They're just humiliating to our country. I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network. Hit subscribe. We're on our way to 3 million. Thanks to your support. Thanks for watching.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Meidas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.